So how are you right now? Do you know, that's a question I asked 3 months ago when I did a video blog at the start of lockdown, and it feels like it's still a really relevant question. I described then that there was a cocktail of emotions that people were experiencing, and I'm curious to know what's been going on for you. Back 3 months ago, there was certainty in some respects because we knew we were going into lockdown, but the uncertainty was how we were going to deal with it individually as well as a collective. And you've had 3 months now of experiencing it, and I'm just curious to how you are now. What I was saying in that video blog was that however you're feeling is okay, and I just wanted to remind you of that, because how you've been processing this experience and how you're feeling now might surprise you, or you might be surprised by how other people are responding. So some people are desperate to get out of lockdown. Some people cannot wait for the things that they've been missing in their lives, the things that they've not been able to do, for them to be able to do it again. Now, I certainly know I cannot wait to get to my hairdresser. There's lots of other things I'm not so fussed about, but I know there are some people who really want to be able to get out and meet up with friends, go to the pub, go out for dinner, go to the gym, all of these things. And I think the thing that I'm noticing, and I really want to urge you to do, is to notice when your feelings are being influenced by how other people feel. There's no right and wrong way to experience this, just as there wasn't a right and wrong way to be experiencing lockdown. As we come out of lockdown, it's totally okay to be someone who's saying, I don't think I want to come out of lockdown, or I don't want it to happen too quickly. So as I say, there's some people who are really desperate to get out of lockdown, and some people are going, I'm actually okay where I am. I quite like this feeling of safety and actually having my world being a little bit smaller and not rushing around so much. And some of you will be maybe already going back to work, or having that on the horizon of going back to a place of work, whether it's an office or somewhere else that you work. And I think it's interesting to notice how you're feeling about that, and to notice how your colleagues are feeling. We've had a lot of time and space to really identify and work out what's really important to us. So some people will be coming back to work reluctantly, perhaps from a health concern point of view, but perhaps from the point of view of, I'm not sure if I want to do this anymore. So there's once again a cocktail of emotions, and you may find that on a day-to-day basis your emotions and feelings change. Some things you're really happy with how they've been going, some things you're really getting fed up with, and that's okay. And so I guess what I'm offering to you today is to, as I say, notice when other people's responses and feelings are a catalyst for how you feel and respond. Don't let other people suck you into their feelings and emotions, whether those are positive or more difficult. So if people are really upbeat and wanting to get back to things, if that's not how you feel, that's okay. Equally, if you are feeling okay and feeling like you're looking forward, and other people around you are more pessimistic and not wanting to look forward in a positive way, then don't allow yourself to be pulled into that either. The coronavirus is infectious. We've seen that happening, but we can actually be infected by other people, by people in another way. We can be infected by their emotions, their moods, their attitudes, their feelings. And unlike coronavirus, we actually have far more control over whether we catch it or not. We can just choose to not be infected by their thoughts and feelings and emotions. So I guess what I'd encourage you to do is, over the coming days and weeks and months, and however long we go through this for, notice how you're feeling. Just notice when you have an emotional response to something. Often you'll feel it somewhere in your body, but notice when something has triggered you, and just pause for a minute and say, is that coming from a real kind of deep emotional level for me, or is that because I've read something on social media or had a conversation with someone that has sparked a feeling in me that wasn't there a minute ago? Because if that's the case, you can let go of that pretty quickly, pretty easily, if you're aware of it. So just notice it and go, it's because I read that Facebook post, it's because I read that tweet, it's It's because I followed that trail on social media and it took me to a place that is not where I was a minute ago. You can let go of that stuff. You don't need to be infected by it. When you notice that there's a feeling or emotion that is inside of you and it's coming from some concern you have, that's okay to notice that, and that might be more difficult to let go of, and that's okay. It will move, it will change, but become a bit more discerning about what is the trigger, what is the catalyst for how you're feeling, and that then you can make a much more informed choice about whether you're being infected by someone else or whether you have something that you do need to sit and address. So see how that goes for you over the coming weeks and months, and get in touch if anything comes up that you'd like to share. Thanks a lot.